There we go. Good afternoon. Here we are, the five of us. We're going to do another session of our wellness gathering, presenting, taking responsibility for our well-being through the principles of core alignment. And we're focusing on making use of time. And we're looking forward to our session because we're almost at the end of our weeks of this session. Lynn, would you take it away?
Okay, awesome. All right, yes, we are going to be looking more at time and concepts around time and what we do with our time and how we use our time. And today we are going to be focusing on concepts around through time and in time. So we are right in time for this call. And sometimes we are looking through time as we maybe look back at archives or we look forward to the future. So we're going to start with a question. And the question for today is, what bothers you most? People being late or you being late? So my name is Lynne. I'm in Calgary, Alberta. And what bothers me most is me being late. I don't like to be late. I like to be on time. It drives me crazy if I'm going to be late. But however, since having kids and now I can calm myself down when I'm running behind. And I had that happen to me this weekend, and it was just trying to get somewhere for a certain time, and I just I was a good 15 minutes late, and I just but that whole time I'm like, in a crunch. So how about you, Madeline?
I'm Madeline. I'm in Calgary, Alberta. And what bothers me more, I would say being late bothers me more. I don't like feeling crunchy about it, but I often am. So, there's less pressure when you have your own schedule. And so but I remember when I needed to be on time and I needed others to be on time, and it really bothered me. So I will, like the days where I used to wear a watch, say, I don't wear a watch anymore. So I am going back a little tiny bit, but having that respect is, I think, what was more something that I chose or liked about being on time.
Got it. How about you, Olive?
I think it bothers me more if I am late.
So your name and where you are?
Oh, sorry, forgot about that. My name's Olive. I'm in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and it bothers me more if I'm late. I like to be on time for things.
Got it. Thank you. How about you, Dawn Marie?
I'm Dawn Marie, and I'm from Sacramento, California. And what bothers me more is me being late. I hate it.
Yeah.
I really try to keep myself not on a schedule, but just if I say if I have to be somewhere at 2:30, then in my mind, I'm like, okay, I need to be heading out of the house at 2, maybe 1:45. And then I get caught in traffic, or, Matt gives me a different direction. And oh my gosh, I'm like you, and my insides are just cringing because I hate being late. So I end up telling people when I get there my whole story about why I'm I feel so guilty.
Got it.
Story.
Yeah. How about you, Lorraine?
Well, I'm just going to be different than you guys. I'm Lorraine. I'm from Wausau, British Columbia, in the East Kootenays, the East Kootenays. And what bothers me more is when other people are late. I have never been, I shouldn't say I've never been, but majority of the time I'm always on time, a good 10 or 15 minutes early. And especially if I'm in charge of a meeting or an event, I'm sitting there waiting. But when people are late, that bothers me more. So
Got it.
I'm just a little different than you guys.
That's okay. I think both of them really can, trigger a lot of it, because I know what it's like waiting for, somebody that says they're going to be at a certain, and then they're not there. It's like, what is going on? Yeah. All right. Well, what we're going to be doing, our intention for our session today is to assist ourselves in gaining more clarity on what it means to be in time, or what it means to be through time, and what we do naturally easy with time. So what I'd like you to do is forget about that for a minute and consider your past. So if you close your eyes and consider your past, is it to your left, to your right? Is it all around you? Is it behind you, or is it in front of you? So let's go around. Lorraine, where's your past?
My past is in front of me.
Okay.
And mainly because I've been working on archives and really into histories of family and volunteer work that I've been doing. And I've been doing a lot of research. I've got my 3 bins of all my memorabilia, letters I wrote home in the late 50s and 60s so I could write my book. And then the book that I worked on, it was a history of the Jewish community in Regina. And so right at the moment, my past is in front of me. And I'm I'm awesome of the work that I've done in those regards.
Got it. Awesome. How about you, Madeline?
I would say my past was to my left.
To your left?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Olive?
When I closed my eyes and thought about it, my past was moving in a pathway from left to right.
Okay. All right.
So I started on the left.
Right. Okay. How about you, Dawn Marie?
And my past is behind me. It's
Got it. I would say for me, my past feels like it's actually, I kind of feel like it's all around me, but mostly behind me. So now I'd like you to think about your future. So when you close your eyes and think about the future, where is it? To your left, to your right, all around you? Is it behind you or in front of you? Let's go, Dawn Marie.
When I closed my eyes, my future was all around me. All around me. There's just so many different obstacles, or not obstacles, but opportunities to go in either direction. So it's all around me.
Got it. How about you, Olive?
My future is to the right of me.
To the right. Okay. How about you, Madeline?
Mine is to the right of me also, as it happens.
Okay. Cool. And Lorraine?
My future's in front of me. I don't understand how you can be to the right or left. I don't, when I close my eyes, my future's in the front.
Well, that's cool. So we're all different. We're all different. This is what we're playing with here. So you've got your past and your future all in front of you.
That's right. I got a baggage.
That's awesome. How does it get any better? Okay, so let's just consider these 2 words, in and through. So when you think of the word through, what's the first thing that comes up? Olive?
When I think of the word through, I think of turmoil, of working my way through difficulty.
Got it. How about you, Dawn Marie?
When I think of that word, through, it's like it's over. I'm finished. It's done.
Got it. How about you, Madeline?
I think of through, what I come up with is focused, like putting thread through a needle.
Got it. Got it. How about you, Lorraine?
When I think of the word through, the first thing that came to my mind is doors opening, going through a door
Oh, got it. Got it.
into all
Got
the
it.
possibilities.
Yeah. So there's the turmoil of working through something. There's that sense of being done, like kind of complete. Then there's that sense of focusing. I think of like through a tunnel. I think of, if I'm going through a tunnel, there's sort of like a light. And okay. So when you consider the word in, what comes up when you consider the word in? Dawn Marie?
When you say in, is that I-N or the N? I-N.
I-N.
Not a pub.
Okay. When I think of the word in, I would have to say present, being present.
Got it. How about you, Olive?
I'm in the same thought as Dawn Marie. I think of what's happening right now, right around me.
Right. Got it. Got it. How about you, Madeline?
Same, sitting in a spot, as it were. Yeah.
How about you, Lorraine?
I think when I thought of the word in, the first thing it says in the mix of things, right into the mix of it.
Got it. What comes up for me is I think of a mixing bowl, and then I'm putting everything in this bowl, and it's all in there, and I'm in it too. So there's sort of a sense of being in it, submerged. Okay, so in time, people are usually living in the present, and they often will see their life to the left or the right of them, or they are right in the center of their life and it's all around them. And in time people are often late. And often in time people are really enjoying the moment and they're just caught up in what's going on. And so through time people, like we are usually one or the other, but through time people usually see their life right in front of them or behind them. And through time people are either often early or on time as they're thinking about the future and planning for what they think is important. So with that information, I mean, what type of person do you think, like when you think of yourself, which one would you think you are? Lorraine?
I think I'm a through time person.
Got it. Got it. How about you, Dawn Marie?
I would have to say a little bit of both, but more so in time.
Got it. How about you, Olive?
I think I'm an in time person, much as I get annoyed with myself if I am late. I sometimes am late.
Got it. Okay. How about you, Madeline?
I am for sure an in-time person. I
Okay.
get so wrapped up. Yeah, I can be late also. I'm with you all.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to just play with this a little bit. And so just play with me here. And we're going to be looking at this concept because we have the ability to be both, but we often have a sort of a natural way of being. So we're going to experience being the other type of person. Okay, so Lorraine, you were the through time.
Yes.
And then Dawn Marie, you were the in time. All of you are in time. And Madeline, right? So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to, for an in time person, what we're going to do is I want you to close your eyes and just imagine that life seems to be to the right or the left, and all around you. And I want you to spin it so your life is in front of you or behind you, and see what that's like. And for the through time, your life seems to be in front of you or behind you, and I want you to spin it so your life is to the left or the right or all around you. And so I want you to just kind of imagine that and notice your body and tell me what is different being this type of person. Like, what do you notice? Madeline?
I notice having the future more in front of me. I notice that I want to be active, more out there, do something, go and do something is how I feel.
Done.
Yeah.
Got it. How about you, Olive?
When I closed my eyes and thought of being a through person, I saw pathway, a roadway, and I'm anxious to move along that path.
How about you, Lorraine?
When I closed my eyes and thought of spinning it in time, I got confused. I felt anxious and not connected.
Got it. I got it. Yeah. How about you, Dawn Marie?
When I closed my eyes, being through time, I felt rushed. I felt like I had to hurry up and get things done.
Got it. I got it. Got it. Okay. So, what would you say is different as that type of person than what you're naturally in? What's different? Lorraine?
Well, I just get the feeling, and I don't know, want to knock you girls, but I think the person is not relaxed. I mean, that's what comes to my mind, and not in control.
Got it. And what about you, Madeline? What's different for you?
Well, there's less settled feeling. There's more pressure
Mhm.
to act. I think that came up, someone else said that, and it's just, it's yeah, pressure. What can I say? I can't express it another way.
Got it. How about you, Olive?
Yeah, I have a similar feeling to Madeline, that that road is there and I'm just, oh, I got to get on that road and get going.
Got it. Got it. How about you, Dawn Marie?
For me, it's the propensity to make so many mistakes because I'm trying to hurry up and get through that thing. So I just felt like when I'm in time, I'm more in control of what I'm doing, but being in the other mindset, I'm just rushing. I'm not taking my time. I'm making mistakes. So that's what I think about it.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah. So it's different, right? It's different depending on where we naturally lie. So now I want you to just go back to your regular way of experiencing your timeline, to how you naturally live, either in time with your time in front or the back of you, or to the left or right, and tell me what you notice now as you go back to your natural way. How about you, Dawn Marie?
I would have to say loosen the reins a little bit and just enjoy what's to come and not be worried about it. I guess having that faith that it will all just work out the way it's supposed to work out.
How about you, Lorraine?
I feel very much in control and able to focus and get excited about the possibility of completing a task that I decided to do.
Got it. Yeah. How about you, Madeline?
Calmer, more more relaxed.
Got it. Olive?
I also feel more in control, that when I'm in time, things are moving at a pace that I can control as I move into the future. It's the feeling that I get.
Got it. Got it. So part of this information is to recognize that you can actually spin your timeline anytime you want to. So when you want to be more present and in the moment, you can make it in time with time all around you. And when you want to plan for the future, you can move it through time by putting your future in front of you and your past behind you, or your past and your future in front of you, and using it both. So we have that ability. It might be more uncomfortable to be in that other one at first, but we have the ability to shift our timeline. So our intention for today is to recognize how you naturally use your timeline and how you can move it in a way that best supports you, and also recognize how other people use their timeline, because we often have somebody in our lives that's close to us that is completely the opposite. And so you can run into a lot of conflicts with somebody who, you know, if they see it one way and everything, you know, it helps to recognize that everybody does it differently. So what will this added information make to you as you create more of what you want in your life? Olive?
I think it will give me the ability to be more in control of what happens in my life.
How about you, Madeline?
Sorry, the dog is barking, but I'll try and be brief. I can attest to how useful this information is. It's not new information for me. However, I live with someone who is completely opposite, and it used to drive me crazy because Gordon wanted to always be a half an hour early, and that was his on time. And I didn't get it until this information dropped in my lap. And it was like, I could accept it so much more easily. And I can say this to anybody else that is like, oh, of course you feel that way. You know, you look at time a totally different way. I now get it. So I appreciate the information. And it also helps me because if I need to get motivated, I can turn my time around. Like I can make a concerted effort to use it, and that really is so useful when I want to be in that mode.
Awesome. How about you, Lorraine?
Yeah, I got a little confused now, the in and through time. I almost have to go through this whole session again to get it sorted out because it's tricky. But so it was a very
It's like
interesting.
it's a new concept, right? I think
Yes.
of it as it's like if the first time I go to the gym and I start with 2-pound weights, and then it
Yeah.
gets easier and easier.
Yeah. You almost have to run by this again.
Yeah. How about you, Don Ray?
Wow, I would have to say that it will allow me to have more patience and grace for individuals who are in my life who are the opposite of me. I tend to want to have things do. Not that I am a control person or anything, but just wanting to have things done a certain way, which makes things easier in my mind. So I would say, allowing people to be who they are. I have a girlfriend who's she's timely, but her stuff is everywhere. I don't know how she's on time, but she does it. Even all the scattered things around her. So having grace and patience.
Yes, awesome. All right, well, what will you take with you from this conversation that will support you until we talk again? Lorraine?
Oh, what will I take away from this conversation till we talk again is, wow. Fascinating, thought-provoking concept.
Awesome. Madeline?
What I will take with me that will support me until we talk again. Well, a good reminder that we can play with this time placement for our own benefit. And quite honestly, it's not something I think about regularly. So when I need to do something, I, go into procrastination mode maybe, but I have a tool I can use. I can put my time in front of me and have a path that will inspire me.
Awesome. How about you, Olive?
I will take with me the fascinating concept of being able to control the way I move through time.
Awesome. Dawn Marie?
What I will take away and that will support me until we meet again is just being okay with whoever I'm around, whether they're early or late. It is who they are, and accept them for who they are, and just keep it moving, and don't get all worked up and get myself frazzled behind their inability to be on time or my inability to, be late. It is who
Awesome. Yeah. Well, what I take away from this conversation is the value of actually, that muscle of actually to be focused, having things in front of me is so much easier. But then also to be forgiving of myself when I am just in a complete tornado trying to get wherever I'm going and end up down a wrong road and having to make another turn. And then it's like having to look at my GPS. So a little bit more forgiveness of myself and others, where they're at. So what will you take with you that will support you for the rest of your life, Dawn Marie?
I think I'm going to take that same concept, is to just be patient and forgiving with the other people that are in my immediate circle or that I have to deal with. Give them grace.
Awesome. Olive?
I will take with me to support me for the rest of my life the thought that I need to have more tolerance for my fellow beings, and that involves understanding them better.
Awesome. Madeline?
What I will take with me that will support me for the rest of my life. Well, the knowledge that I can exercise that muscle of shifting when it will serve me better, and to remember that. Yeah.
Awesome. Lorraine?
What I'll take that will support me the rest of my life. I think that being patient with yourself and in myself, and just let it be the way it is, and acknowledge the difference between in and through.
And left and right.
Yeah, well, the left and right is confusing. I don't know. I don't see myself left or right. I'm concrete, I guess.
Oh, yeah. What I take away that'll support me for the rest of my life is that there's so much value to both, and that I think the skills in both being in time and the skills around being through time almost sort of create a grid that really helps me navigate through life. Having children, watching them grow, it's like having, it's like a through time thing. It's like there's so much change happening, and it just seems like there's, the past is there and the future is there, and always looking at the future. When are they going to graduate? When are they going to this? When are they going to that? Or whatever. So, I just see the balance of both. And then there's just that enjoying the moment of just being here right now and being present. So we do have both, and we can use both. And we also have a natural way to be with it. So So thank you for playing with this concept.
Well, that has been really fun. Now we just have 2 more of this series, so we'll see you next week.